go into the next fiscal year with a deficit. It's not permissible. So we will have to resolve this in a number of different ways. The way we want desperately is for the community to help us balance that budget as soon as possible. And then we don't want another Christmas problem. And please know that we're not talking about the North Pole. We love the idea of Santa Claus, but this is about underwear and socks and groceries and utility bills, okay?
And so when we see this year, people, excuse me, people out ringing bells and etc.
Yes, sir.
We ought to become more conscious of the fact that you're involved with more than ringing bells, that you have behind those bells a large number of services that you have to provide, and just coming by and dropping a nickel or dime into that bucket might help, but it really doesn't get to the core of what you need. You need a lot of money. Is that what you're saying?
If the nickel and dime are precious,
Most certainly.
and Jesus will bless them.
And they add up.
And they add up. So keep it up. If that's all you've got, if that's your mite, if that's the widow's mite, the Lord will bless that, whatever it is. So, but we ask that you give sacrificially to the Salvation Army.
But you do believe that there are some individuals who are watching this show this morning who have the financial wherewithal to do some great things for the Salvation Army this morning. Is that what we do? You believe that? Is that what we're saying? And
they know who they are, and we love them. And we don't have to even know their names. But we believe that if we commit our way to the Lord and trust in Him, He will make our righteousness shine like the dawn, and our cause like the noonday sun.
That's right.
We believe in that as the psalmist wrote it, and we're going to follow through on that belief. And faith in this community is very unusual. Nashville is a very generous community.
That's what we've heard in reference to not all of the social welfare kinds of shows that we've had. People often say that the people in Nashville are very, very generous in terms of their giving and et cetera. And that's why I was somewhat surprised that you've fallen on the kind of problems that you're having here in this great city of Nashville, Tennessee.
Our city, as well as all others, got overcome with, I mean, there's a series of crises that hit this country, and one of those was economic, and we're going to pull out of that. And one of the ways we're going to pull out of it is with the confidence to give sacrificially, so that those at the very bottom of the ladder don't get too hungry and too tired and too depressed.
And so, Major, what you're saying is that you can't provide everything, but there's a basic kind of need that you feel as the area commander that you have to fulfill, and the best way to fulfill that is to have more resources, whether volunteer or whatever.
Absolutely.
Very good. Okay, over the last minute and a half that we have here, Mr. Servais and Major RRaymer, let's give the two of you an opportunity to make some final statements, starting with you, Mr.
Servais. We love our work because it's a ministry, and because it's extremely personal. Sometimes it's more difficult to talk about that than other times. But just know that we are founded in the need of others and not our needs. And we need as much help as the community can offer at this time.
Very good. And of course, Major RRaymer, let's give you an opportunity to make the final statement and speak to the people of Nashville, people that you will know quite well over the next many, many months.
Well, I echo what Mike just said. We're in love with our work, and I think that's because of the love that Christ has given us. I just want to say thank you to Nashville for its past support of the Salvation Army, and for what they're doing right now, even during this show, for the Salvation Army, and what they're going to do in the future for us. We thank God for every single person who helps the Army, because we believe it does further our mission, and it does further the kingdom of heaven.
Very good. And of course, let me thank the two of you for coming by and giving us that excellent information, Mr. Major RRaymer and Mr. Servais, dealing with the Salvation Army. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and good morning.